Can't wait to glue all this on. What is up, guys? I hope everything's going good with everything. It's busy as always, and this will slow me down on this, but regardless, I still have you guys' how-to / tutorial on how to make this beautiful wonder right here. This right here is like top tier public, the best thing I've ever made, and I'm extremely proud of it. So yeah, this video is basically on how I turned this into this. Yeah, it was a huge process, a lot went into it, and I'm like extremely proud. I'm not, scared to reveal a few things. So to kick it off, first thing is, if anyone doesn't know, you probably want to check into who Doomfist. He's an Overwatch character. Overwatch is a pretty huge game. Kind of was going harder a little bit, but now it's slowed down a little bit. And I feel like they just dropped Doomfist to kind of pick things up, and I feel like that was an extremely smart idea. I mean, regardless of picking up the game or not, I still have a really cool character to cosplay, and I don't have to wear a shirt. I am so happy. My entire goal when I first started even making this was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to even start this? I mean, I know there's a forearm, I know there's like a fist, but how am I going to shape this? So, it took me a lot of thinking, and I just didn't want to waste time. StocktonCon was coming up, and all of these other things were coming up, and I wanted to have this done before then. I wanted to, show, yeah, Doomfist had barely come out, but I wanted, to have something. So what I did was, I just started, I just jumped on the first shapes. I knew a cylinder and a circle. Those are pretty simple, nothing too crazy about that. Not too hard to make those. Of course, when you're making, you have to shape the forearm to where it gets like a little bit bigger as it goes down. You want to actually represent, an arm, and an arm isn't just one straight line. Mine's thick as heck, so what I mean. It gets start small, got bigger, easy. This is kind of shapes you can think of in your head. Going into more of a heavier part of the crafting is the detailing of the Doomfist. There's lots of details, as you can see. And with the detailing, you want to have like a pre-plan, pre-plan. Use this. And that's just where you're like focusing on what you're trying to make. It's got to be on your mind and know what you're doing and have those type of visualizing what you're trying to make. I mean, in all seriousness, yes, you need to kind of visualize on what you want to do and how it's going to come out. Every layer, every little piece that you add, it adds that much more flair. Sure, you put one piece, it's going to look pretty blank or whatever, but the more you add on and the more you come to and put together, that's where you're going to get that beauty. Of course, I take a few shapes I visualize from looking at the picture, and whatever I do, we'll probably take a shape, cut it out. There's a couple copies, a few pieces that you need copies of, so you're just gonna ink them out onto another piece. You're gonna, once you get it all done, it's looking all fly. You make sure your copies are good. You're just gonna get in there. You're gonna cut it all out. Part of this whole thing is there was so much cutting, and you need some pretty strong hands to get through all that foam and everything. But once you got these pieces going on, you just gotta. Even when you're going into smaller pieces, and 3Ding's another big thing I want to express to you. 3Ding's where you take the circles, for instance these, it gives it this more elevated, more there's dynamics to it, and all you're doing is just it's easy to take a circle and make a smaller one and overlap it. It's not too difficult. Anyone can figure that out. But it's how it's placed and where it's placed that matters. We'll be honest right now, my Doomfist is not exact to Doomfist. I just took a lot of the basic shapes and then I made it more accessible and easier for me to use. So that's one thing that I really like about Doomfist, is it's partly kind of my own thing. Yes, it's not, I didn't create Doomfist or anything like that, but there are certain things and shapes that are just not on the actual Doomfist. And that's another reason I'm kind of proud. Into more detail, the thumb. The thumb was a really hard part because, as you notice, this is too big to actually fit my actual hand. I literally just cut out a thumb shape, and basically glued it out and everything. Once I got it all glued together and everything, which I love gluing stuff. Gluing stuff's fun. But once it's all glued out and everything, it's gonna try and start figure out how to piece it. And I first tried to piece it on and it was not really going correct, so I left some extra cardboard so I could actually connect to a piece inside the Doomfist. That was kind of important to me. And then once I got to fit in there, everything, it's gonna overlap like it's a fist. It's grippy, and it's about to put hands on somebody. So gotta get that good thumb grip. And it's not only that, but another cool part about the Doomfist is that it's very close to scale. Scaling is very important when you're making something. You don't want it just ridiculously big. Although this is something you probably could get away with. But with this, I was very careful on how I scaled it out. The thumb has to fit, finger-wise to the rest of the thing, and how it actually looks like a hand, how far it goes over when you're actually grabbing something. Just look at your fist and look at the Doomfist, you know. Not too difficult to figure out, but look at that placement of the thumb and the Doomfist. It's pretty exact, you know what I mean? You can even use like the other fingers to count measures and figure out where you. Once I was like done making the thumb and everything, it was more about getting towards foaming the actual Doomfist, and that's something that I really love doing. If you know anything about me, I love foaming things. I want to foam just everything. Foam is perfect. They'd like even, I mean, sure, if I had just left it in cardboard, it would be trashy, but no one doesn't like give it actual, like, you know, complete look. But foam actually reinforces things. So even though that this is not like made super sturdy, just like adding the foam, because this is only cardboard deep down, just cardboard, you know what I mean? You saw the beginning of it, but it was just cardboard. Foam makes it so much tougher. I can drop it and other things. It can take a hit or two, but it's not going to get wrecked because the foam. Foam is a great reinforcer. Probably honestly do always use the same exact shape for most shoulders that I make, honestly, but it's not that hard. So you do start out flat. That's true. It starts out flat, but what I do is I heat form it so I can get that circular shape that I really want. Heating through and getting to that circular shape is a little tough. Depending on, so there's a few factors you gotta take into consideration. How thick your foam is, and the shit, and how, like, you know, how curvy you want it to be. Notice your own arm and stuff too, and it's good to take note of what you doing with your body, like shoulders. So with that, I need, you know, a really big piece that can like cover it well and everything. I mean, you know, and it has to, you know, be where you want it to be. Take some like visuals on yourself. This is important too. So I will grab the shoulder piece in a sec to show you guys, you know, how it is looking once it's done. I'm preparing for school and I gotta get some stuff together, so I will, you know, cut the video and you'll notice I'll be wearing different clothes or something. Anyways, the shoulder piece, once you get your shape that you wanted, the thing I do is I cut slits. They're actually called darts, actually know the name of those, but it's like little triangles and they're like offset a little bit, so that way when you put them together you glue it and it basically condenses it and makes it more of a circular shape. So knowing how to use darts, it took me a while. Just, you're not going to be able just to jump in and know how to use darts. It's a little difficult. And because you're starting on basically with a square, and even if you cut the square in a circle, it's still not going to, you know, fold and overlap. If you want a sphere shape, you need to, you know, use these darts. It makes it become a circle. And, you know, all you got to do is, you know, once you cut the darts in, you know, glue them together and they'll hold. And it's pretty simple on that. And that's for just the shoulder piece. The piece, like I said, wasn't very difficult, neither was the bicep piece. Another fun part I did enjoy was making the spikes on everything. So these spikes, yes, they're made out of foam, so they're kind of flickable, but they're pretty tough too. And these I made were better than the ones I've probably done before. With these spikes for things, yeah, so even there's ways to clean it up too, I'll explain. If you look on the back of it first off, notice the back of it, this is the part people don't see, but you have to get really close to even notice it, but there's the lines, that's the foam that goes over it. And to make these shapes, take your piece of paper. Yeah. And what you want to do is basically, I start with the corner. I don't know, start wherever, it doesn't matter. Corner is easier though. Take it, holding one side, kind of measure how big you want the spike to be, and just curve it in. And you're just making a cone. It's so easy. I mean, do I have to really show you guys how to make a cone? I mean, jeez. Look, I just hold it there. Look, there's a spike right there. Alright, boom. There's the spike. I want that spike. Cool, I use it. I cut that. Oh, jeez. There we go, got it back. Yeah, you take that, cut that out, and then, you know, once you get your spike shape, yes, I literally use paper like this to make these spikes. Exactly. I got that, cut it out. I did hot glue the spikes, so I made it probably tougher, and I want to try that. And then, you know, I foamed the spikes so, you know, reinforced, so don't be all just right. I could, you know, knock it out a little bit. And I glued them. I didn't just glue the spike on. You know, it's a foam here too, right? I put foam around the bottoms of it, so it makes it look cleaner. It's harder to tell that, oh, you know, it makes it look more one piece. It makes it look like it's on top of these squares. What's up, guys? I am back still. We are still here, still recording. I am in the transition of going to class and stuff, but I got like a little bit of time. I want to finish this, so anyways, we're on. The next thing is the shoulder piece. As promised, I am going to show you guys that. This is that almighty shoulder piece I was talking about. It's not gonna lie, I really like this piece. At first I was worried, but there's a few things I did to make it work out better. So first off, yeah, after I made the shape, remember I said you can glue it together and make it like piece together so it looks like one. Has this like very shoulder, like it fits onto the shoulder nice. It actually goes around the shoulder and on top of it. That's what you want for a shoulder piece, you know? So yeah, I did that. I got glued together, painted. I just do a whole bunch of layers of paint on it, so you can't even tell because there's two lines here, but you have to look really deeply into it to even see or even notice it, you know? So that doesn't matter. I just destroyed the strap, and I wore this like sleeve thing for the shoulder instead. This was a lot better. I wore this to SAC anime, and it fit on really nicely. It held on the whole time, and it gave like more of a like, you know, not really a part of me look, which I really wanted to try to pull off. So that was legit. And of course, when I said, yeah, it has the spikes just like the fist, made the same exact way. So, you know, thicker, because, you know, this was to look kind of like more, you know? So yeah, the tusk style, teeth, whatever, bone things, whatever, those came out super duper nice. I love them. Yeah, so after you're done with like all that stuff and you're, you know, gluing everything together, you're ready to start putting stuff on. As you're gluing onto the body and everything, it's good to like, you know, really get used to, when you're using foam and gluing, you want it to be like very, you know, onto it. It has to be like super flattened out. Foam, if you just like kind of just place it there and just hope it's on, it's not gonna work out too good. You're gonna have issues. So yeah, definitely make sure that when it's on there, you know, it's pressed super good. So here, like, basically I got everything starting to get ready to get put on. This is like after the thumb's on and everything, and the thumb went on very nicely. I was so proud of putting on that thumb. That thumb came out so good. And when it was black and white, it had a very nice look to it. I liked it. It was very nice with the black and white look. But just, you know, you have to, you know, once I cut all the pieces, all the extra pieces and everything, trying to figure out like, you know, where they go. Once I like had it placed on there and like, okay, this is where it's going, you know, strapped it down and glued it down. Now about the painting, one of the last things I'm going to go. The painting, you know, leave that for finalize. You should have everything on the Doomfist before you even try to like to paint this, you know. But I did do something a little different. So the gold pieces, those are the only ones I did different. Everything was like mostly just gray, and then there's like that strip of red and those pieces on the Doomfist. But the gold pieces, I didn't like put those on. I put them on after I already colored them because, you know, I had a spray paint for this gold. And because I did that, I didn't want to, you know, spray paint the stuff and have to paint and like paint it again. So I spray painted the gold pieces and then I put them on. Only those pieces. Those are the only ones I did that to. Because I really want that gold to have a nice, like, very different, like, you know, you could definitely see against the gray and everything. I really wanted that. So yeah, painted those first and then I put them on. And when it comes to, like, see, spray paint is easy. You don't have to do that many layers of it. It goes on pretty good. Paint, you got to put lots and lots of layers. This paint that I did over here, this is like it's the silver right here, that was probably like 4 or 5 layers of like silver paint just to make it really show and stick on there and have that really like, oh, that's a done, you know, you gotta do a couple layers on this stuff. The gray and stuff, that these parts right here I wasn't too crazy about. I did just like a layer, one, like 2 or 3 or something like that. But those parts I really want to show, like the metal parts, because, you know, it's against gray, it has to show. So I did like 4 or 5 layers on that. That was, yeah, some work. And that's at like Stockton Con. At SAC Anime, it was crazier, way crazier. Oh my gosh. But Stockton Con was so legit. Two cons I definitely love. Talk about this in another video too. But so you can definitely get like your own Doomfist going. Mine, I love that it came out. I mean, it's, you know, take some practice. If you're new to cosplay and you're doing things like this and you're not certain or comfortable looking at videos and just looking at someone's idea helps out a lot, you know. So yeah, so I'm just putting this out there. Helps me with you. I don't see a lot of Doomfist. I know people want to do it, so hopefully it gives you guys an idea on what to work on. Stuff coming up with me, huh? I know I got a free running and tricking video. There's a few videos coming out. Lots of stuff on the Instagram. If you don't know about my Instagram, go check it out. It is on my page. Yeah, there's just lots more cosplay stuff going. This new fist, I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it. I'm probably just going to show it around a lot and tease. This is already one video. I don't want to do 2 different videos. But hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this is helpful. And if you still need help, don't be bothered or afraid to leave like a comment or a question, you know. Say something. You need help. This didn't make sense. Or, you know, how gorgeous and handsome I am. Alright, I'm playing stuff. It's easy cosplay, so yeah, that's why I'm loving it. Hope you guys like it too. Enjoyed all the videos and the fun stuff and everything. And just thanks for watching. I'll definitely try to get more tutorials going out there. So deuces.